Hello everyone, Angelo Batio here, starting just about a minute or so early. How is everybody? Just waiting. Okay, sometimes, okay, there we go. Now people are starting to come online. Yeah, sometimes I've had to restart the stream. I don't know why. Let's see who that, Prince Accord, cool. Now I'm looking at the screen here closely. Hey Denny, how are you? Let's see, just hanging out. Hey Matthew, how are you? I'm gonna do, shout outs in the beginning. Let's see, that's Brian. I have to get close to the screen. So, hey John, I feel great. Hey Richard, how are you? Let's see who else. Masako, hello, I know you. Let's see, Melissa, hello, how are you? Ron, hey man, how are you? It's good to see you. Philip is here. Let's see who else. Roxana, hello. Good evening here. Hey, Nick. It's great to see you online. Good friend, Nick. Let's see. It's good evening here. Or actually, late afternoon, I should say. What I need to drum on a tune with you. You got to get in line for that one. I've been working with a lot of great drummers. Hey, JD, how are you? Hello, JD. Robert says hello to JD. Okay, let's see. Who else? I'm going to just do a few more shout outs and then we'll get to the actual show here. Okay, also, I want to do a shout out. Let's see. Tanya. Hey, Brett, how are you? I like your posts. They're great. Let's see. Tanya, Alexis. Who else? I already saw it. Nick, Brett. And there's a bunch of other people. Hey, Renee. Well, anyway, today we have something interesting here. Joey's mad. And I'm going to tell you why he's mad. He wanted to ask Jeff Schroeder from Smashing Pumpkins questions, but I refused to let him. So he was pouting. And then he unleashed a little bit during the jam. So he doesn't want to do anything today. He told me he's not going to play fast. I'm like, are you out of your mind? No, it's my show. I'm going to show Angelo who's in control. And so he wants to just play slow today. Have you ever seen Angelo Batio play slow for an entire hour? Me neither! And so, anyway, we are doing something special today. I'm focusing on the Sawtooth Relic guitar. This is called an ES. You see the little ring light in the background. The ES, okay, it's 6 in line, but this is a relic guitar from the factory. In other words, a lot of times when you get relics, you have somebody scratching it and doing all this stuff, and then you pay $5,000 for a guitar that's beat to heck. Well, we beat the heck out of this one with a human, but there's one big difference. Two big differences. Two, metal one, metal two. Two metal differences. One, the hardware is new. I just couldn't see taking a relic on tour and having all rusted parts. And then what happens when you have to replace something, because you will. And so all new parts on this guitar, but the guitar comes relic from the factory. Now, this is what this means. You can get a really true human-made relic for much less. And so you've got these great components on the guitar. You've got new parts. Now, they're kind of cream colored, so they're aged, but they are easily replaced. And the body, look at the back of this thing. It's just cool as heck. And the sound. I'm going to use my Overdrive first. Now, I've got it hooked up to the 40 watt like every week. Listen how thick that is. That's not with my Overdrive on. I'm using an Overdriver, a compressor, and a delay going through the effects loop. The compressor and Overdrive go through the front end from the cable in. So you're here. Boy, Joey's in the zone. He doesn't want to play fast. I was like, come on, Joey, just play a riff. He's like, no, he's fighting. Robert's getting up. He's mad. Robert wants to rip here. So anyway, now with this overdriven sound, I'm going to switch channels. The clean sound. You've got your lead position out of phase. That middle position. And then your front pickup. Now, one of the things that I like to do with the clean sound is add my overdriver. Now, it adds volume, so you have to deal with this, but because that's the way I have it set. I have it set for metal. But listen, like. Get the idea. It's got a great sound. Now here's the cool part of this. These guitars, we're calling this a word of mouth sale. Today, right now, for the next 48 hours, you can get 25% off these relic guitars when you use a coupon code. Here is the coupon code, 25% off. Here's the code, MAB25. Go to the Go DPS Music app, the music website. No, I'm sorry, not the app. For the next 2 days, if you type in MAB25, you get 25% off this guitar. I got the email this afternoon that we were going to do this. I had no idea either. It's a flash sale! Joey, are you going to play fast? Boy, he's just shut up today. Now, also, what I wanted to do is something that I wanted to show you. I've been working on a lot of things, during this COVID pandemic, playthroughs. We have a lot of things in the works. Sawtooth and I have designed a lot of new signature guitars. We're also coming out with a limited edition double guitar. And this double guitar is going to be limited to 50 pieces. So again, play some epic arpeggio theme. Yeah, I guess so. But we've got a lot of things in the works at Sawtooth. So, but this, you can call it a flash sale. We call it a word of mouth sale. 25% discount going to the Go DPS Music website. And here is the coupon code, MAB25. And that's MAB25 for 25% off. But I really love playing these relics. And another thing I like about them too, they're not super heavy. So you're... And it, of course, can get a metal sound. do it. See, I can make Joey do what I want. And so, anyway, I also wanted to do this. I wanted to talk a little bit about, we've talked about the guitar. I'll mention that again. Also, I did a really amazing project last year through Sawtooth with Vinny Appice on drums. We're talking the guy that played in Dio and Black Sabbath, the man. So we had him on drums. Rudy Sarzo, let's see, he played with Ozzy, with Randy Rhoads, Quiet Riot, Whitesnake. I mean, you know, Yngwie. So Rudy was on bass, Vinny on drums, me on guitar, and from a young band called Lilac, the lead singer named Melody. I don't know exactly how old she is. She's either 20 or 21, but she is one old soul when she sings. It is like the best female, like, incarnation of Ronnie James Dio you have ever heard. And I don't mean she's copying him. I mean, it's the soul of like traditional metal. She's amazing. Anyway, we did some of Vinny's hits. And we are releasing Neon Nights pretty soon. Wait till you hear this version. It is 100% live. I just filmed it, edited it. You know, we mixed the audio, but just no tricks, just in your face. And it's really a great, great version. And, you know, the thing I like is Vinny Appice sets the tempos for all this. So, like, we did Heaven and Hell, and we did Holy Diver, and it actually, some of it was a little slower than the album, but we wanted to just groove it just a little bit. So it's our interpretation, and people say, oh, man, you're like doing covers. Did you just do a voice like that? Yes! See, he doesn't always sound like Gilbert Gottfried. But, you know, some people said, dude, why don't you like do your own music, bro? Well, let's see. Vinny played on Holy Diver. It is his music. You know, I mean, it's just funny. You know, I mean, this is the caliber of players, but you've got to hear these songs, and you can go to the GoDPS Music Live app. That's different from the sale. That's where you can hear the music. Again, the sale, Go DPS Music website. MAB25 is the coupon code. You get 25% off these guitars. You know, some people are on the fence about relics, you know, because they think, well, why do I want a beat up guitar? I personally love them. And a lot of people that collect guitars like to get super expensive relics because they look old, but they're not really playable, and they're not that affordable. We came up with the answer. These look amazing. They are playable because the parts are new, even though like the pickups are aged. You buy them like this. And so we didn't treat them. So all the parts are new, and just the price you just can't beat. This is the best relic you can get on the market. For literally, you know, I don't even know, a fifth of the price of some of these. But anyway, so you can hear this again. Now, I've got the Overdrive channel. You know, it's got that very single coil sound. Now, I've got my Overdrive on, so you get that metal. It's just super thick. I'm playing bluesy like that just so you can hear. You get a frame of reference. You can hear the tonality of the clean sound. That's clean. Just through the clean channel, little compression, little bit of delay in the background, and I've got a little chorusy delay on this. It's one of my signature overdrives, but you actually have a delay that's kind of chorused up. You know, and I was messing around last week with Metallica, for example. I love this next part. such a great part. That then if I put it in the out of phase, okay, now, hey Colin, where band? The band is on the Go DPS Music Live app. That's completely different than the sale. We have an app that has the MAB band on it. It has Liliac, that young band where Melody, the singer, that plays. It has the Vinny Appice, Rudy Sarzo, MAB, and then Melody from Liliac band on there. There's just so many cool things. But I mean, listen to the tone of this guitar. Now, I do have a big guitar collection, like a lot of you know, and I do have old Strats, and I have AB'd the Sawtooth against some of my really old Strats. This guitar just holds up. It's just so clear in the... Or like my song, Five Forever. It's got this great out of... Joey's unleashing it a little bit. He can't just play slow. And then that middle... Jeff Beck likes to use this middle position. And then the out of phase for the, of course, like... What? I used to love a band when I was a kid called Savoy Brown, and they used to have a song called Louisiana Blues, and it was really simple, but this guitar would be perfect for it, like... I can do something else here. I can add the OD. That's how I would play that. But it just gets this, you know, I mean, it's not a Kid Rock song. Now, over. So, that is the idea. Now, I want to answer a few questions. Sorry, it's pretty hot here. It's really warm here in the Chicago area, and we've been having power outages and storms and all this stuff. Would I ever do a collab with Burnt? I really like him on guitar, so probably, you know, if the you know, the work aligned and we could do it, you know, Steve Vai said a lot of really nice things about me lately, and I'd love to do a collab with some of these other players. I've already done collabs with Andy James, Jared Dines, Gus G, Jeff Schroeder from Smashing Pumpkins, and others. So, I've been very, very busy. That under over. Thanks. Let's see. I'm live in Chicago. Yes, I am. I had that Southern rock blues. Yeah, I like all styles of music. And even though my heart is metal and it's also orchestral music, I mean, how can you deny, just some of the, just the feel that goes in. But you need a guitar to express it. And, I just really love playing these. They're nice and light. I love this look. I mean, look at this. This is what you would get. But the parts are brand new. See, so the trim, but they age the neck. I think that's really cool. Like when you can see it up close like that, and nice maple neck on here, but. It's just got such a great thick sound that. And you can get that really thick vibrato, and so it's really cool. It's just so thick and just creamy sounding. Hey, from Costa Rica. Let's see. Have I played with the modern Kaler? I'm not a Kaler guy. Sorry. I know Gary Kaler. I'm a Floyd guy. I like Floyd's better, and I think they work better. I love Kaler, and I like Gary Kaler personally. But I just think if you're going to get a locking trim, it just doesn't get any better than not a Kaler. It doesn't get any better than a Floyd Rose. And what I was going to say is back in the day, Kaler made what was called the Spider, and it was very similar to a Floyd, but Floyd's work, I mean, they just work. They work great. They sound great. So, I'm a firm believer of not fixing something that isn't broken. Now, I want to talk about two other things. One, my YouTube channel. And if you want to see a lot of content, I have done well over 50-something shows already here. There is a wealth of information on my YouTube page. Plus, I did a song with Smashing Pumpkins for wrestling, for their NWA wrestling. We have a great interview with Jeff Schroeder, one of the guitar players on Smashing Pumpkins. So he was talking about their new record where Billy gave them, I think it's 34 songs for the new record, and Jeff was saying he's on 17 of them already, him and James, the other guitar player. There's just so much cool content. There's a ton of me playing on there. So I highly recommend you go to it. You can find it, Angelo, Batio. You'll see it's the official channel. Lastly, I want to say this. I have a lot of Metal Method instructional programs. They're not dated. Okay, now I look younger because I did it when I was younger. But the content, the methodology is good today as it was when I filmed it, and it will be as good tomorrow as it was today and the day I filmed it. These just don't go out of style. I talked about this briefly last week, but here is an art. See, a lot of times, why cloud the issue with the facts? Because you get these. And I'm not talking to everybody, but you get people, why play these outdated exercises? Why? Let me tell you why. They did a study, and I used Jesse Owens. He was in the Olympics close to 100 years ago, somewhere in that time frame, 110. He would have ran, he was in track, he would have ran much slower than a runner of today. given the time and the era. And you know why? Technology. They had different surfaces to run on, and the technology of the shoes, of the things, the way we have developed. And here's my point. Humans, like if we saw a group of 100 people that were born 200 years ago, forget all the facial hair and all the weird stuff they used to dress, that if they just dressed like we do today, we couldn't tell the difference. Humans have not changed that much. You know, you always think, yes, we're bigger, we're stronger, we're smarter, we're meaner, we're better, we're more metal. But in the grand scheme of things, if you gave an athlete 100 years ago that trained and the same equipment as today, the playing field's really close. And the reason I'm saying this stuff is because it's the same with exercises. The human hand, yes, of course we want to think we're better because we are. You know, we're the newest generation on this planet. Everybody that's alive is this current crop of humans. But the point is that what worked before for the Bachs and the Beethovens and the Paganinis worked because it was sound then and it's sound now. And that's what I did with Speed Kills. The methodology is sound, Speed Kills works. Go to metalmethod.com and that's where you can get it. They're amazing programs. They were when I filmed them and they're still amazing. Now I'm gonna take a couple questions before. Okay, somebody said rosewood fretboard. Yeah, except for a difference. I could be wrong, but it's not rosewood. It's called sandalwood. And the reason is the moisture content is very similar, but it's a much more abundant wood. Rosewood we're having a problem with because in the United States a couple of years ago, they kind of not banned it, but they kind of, I'm no, it's not my area of expertise, but it's something very similar to the wood was endangered, is endangered, and they stopped allowing rosewood just indiscriminately into the United States and using rosewood. So, but sandalwood is great. It's almost the same moisture content as rosewood, and it's a lot more environmentally friendly, meaning it's a lot more, it's more plentiful. You know, so we don't want to wipe out rosewood. You know, I like rosewood. I like those trees. And so, but we want to use things, you know, guitars still have to be made a certain way. They still have to resonate and sound great, but that is a really awesome guitar. It's blue. Let me unplug this and I'll show you that one up close. The one I'm holding is green. This one is blue. And look at that. I mean, it is just relic, baby. You know, and it's just so cool. And yet the hardware, like, see, you can see it up close. It's all nicked. But the hardware is new. And that's the real essence of this. Now, are there any questions? I don't take questions much. I see somebody named Mark watching. Let's see. Are there any here? Okay, now, you know, I get hundreds and hundreds of questions, but now what I'm asking, no one's asking nothing. Okay, so I'll just talk back. Do you ship to the UK? That you have to find out. The people from Sawtooth. Are those Sawtooth Relic Strats? I would say yes. It's an ES series. Then they have an ET series, which is like a telly shape, like that, you know, single cutaway. So yeah, this is the ES, like a Strat shape, and they have an ET that's a telly shape. Just add duct tape, huh? Where would you put the duct tape, Colin? Anyway, oh yeah, somebody says yes, we do. Yeah, it's really nice. These guitars are just beautiful. You know, they sound great, they play great, they look great, and they make sense. They make sense financially, especially with 25% off, and they make sense to actually take these on the road. And you know, nobody's doing this. You know, anybody can make a really wild, pointy guitar and do a really cool graphic. I've done that a million times in my life. We wanted to make instruments that were different and that were affordable to you. You know, we want to bring more guitar players in the fold, and the people that are there, you know, we want them to get the best guitar they can for the money and for the best value, and that's what Sawtooth is. We rule at that. And so anyway, lastly here, word of mouth. 25% off this guitar. The Sawtooth Relic Guitars, the coupon code MAB25. meaning 25% off, and you go to the Go DPS Music website. So I've talked about that. I've talked about Neon Nights coming out, baby. Vinny Appice on drums, Rudy Sarzo bass, me on guitar, melody from Liliac. It is an epic version of this song, live in your face, perfect. It's like, it sounds like it's like the old days, you know, when Black Sabbath walked into the studio and played live. You know, I mean, this is really, for lack of a better way to say it, we did it old school. There was not punch-ins, none of this, you know, studio trickery. We played it, we filmed it, we edited the footage, we're releasing it. Neon Nights will be the next song. Go to my YouTube channel and metalmethod.com. Now, we have a really bad storm coming here in Chicago right now. I've had the power cut out at twice today, so I'm going to leave it on a high note here. I'm going to be back next week, and it's going to be, I've already talked to Joey. We're going to unleash the shred like it's never been unleashed before. But anyway, I want to thank, I see Jenny online, Jordan. I want to thank every single person that comes and watches this every week. You know, I've been very blessed. I have a great career in music. It's just never stopped. I feel fantastic. My fingers work great. You know, life is good, and I never, ever take it for granted. And I'm here to help. When I talk about Speak Hills, it didn't just help you, it helped me. These are exercises and things I work on every day of my life. That's why my skill level is so high, because I practice what I preach. It's not like, you do this, I do this, something different. It's not, you know, do as I say, not as I do. It's do as I do, because I do it myself. Anyway, I'm Angelo Batio for Sawtooth Guitars, Chromacast, Music Products, and Go DPS Music. This is Joey, hello, and Robert. See ya.